What's up YouTube, and welcome to this Walking Dead episode 2 The Well review. Now I was kind of surprised to see Ezekiel so early on. I know that they were bigging him up. I didn't watch the trailer for last week, I didn't watch the trailer last week for this week's episode. So it was kind of a shock to see Ezekiel so early on because they're reeling from the whole Negan thing in the comics, and then they finally learn that there's somewhere else, another kingdom is pristine, etc., but they have to pay Negan. So Rick, Michonne, and someone else, I can't remember exactly who goes there. Now they head there and want support for a war against Negan, and they get it. They do get it. But it's different here in the TV show. We've got Carol and Morgan, and the storyline is different as to what led Carol there, because Carol's actually dead in the comics. So there will be some comic spoilers, maybe spoiling later on in the show. But it's interesting because Michonne ends up being the lover of Ezekiel, but we get Carol here, and Carol seems to be playing that role. She gets a nice little house, and then Ezekiel pops up. Now, introducing Ezekiel, it's a tough thing to do, having a campy, theatric kind of, I'd say, society, which is the kingdom. But they've done it a bit off here. I think what they're trying to do is portray the fact that these people can't get the job done. They're playing make-believe, but Rick is ready to do whatever, and these people, especially we saw that kid, he wasn't trained, and seemingly the only badass one is the dude who got punched by one of the saviors, or one of Negan's people. So that's probably why Ezekiel is hiding where the food comes from, where the pigs come from, and hiding the fact that Negan is the one who is taking all food from them. So it's interesting that way, and seemingly he's had enough of all this as well. So it seemed quite simple for Rick and the others to convince Ezekiel in the comics to take on Negan. Now, I'm not sure what they're going to do here. I'm not sure when Rick is actually going to meet him. I think what they're doing is we've introduced Ezekiel on the TV show, and we have that storyline playing, and then it's going to kind of follow the similar route with Rick when he meets him. So I think the timeline there is going to be quite similar. Now, I did actually enjoy the episode. I liked seeing the Saviors interact with the Kingdom's Knights as well. I thought that was pretty interesting to see. And we get to see a different side of the Saviors, the leader of that group. He didn't really want to do what he's doing. He's just doing it because this is how he's surviving, and he doesn't really want to kind of be cruel, which is what Negan's like. He's doing it because he has to. He's killed Glenn, he's killed Abraham, because he has to show power. And I can see through that. I can see that he's doing this because he wants every consequence, or every action, to have a consequence. And he's got to look strong in front of his people. But some of his people are just actually dicks for the sake of being dicks. And it's nice to see that nice mix in that group as well. So it seems like Carol is playing the Michonne role here. She will be the one who Ezekiel will get funky with. And she does fit the role later on for running away and getting the boat. So the boat that Michonne goes on later on is actually in the opening credits. The bullet factory is in there as well, and there's something else which I can't remember is in there as well. I'm not sure what relevance that has to the comics. But I did enjoy this episode. It is definitely going to get good. It's going to get freaky moving forward, and I like the fact that they can just rely on a subset of characters to introduce one of the biggest characters in the comics. So that's it for this video. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.